Good evening, everybody. From Gainesville, Florida, it's me, Frank Fry, the Gaming Geezer. Sitting here on a somewhat thunderstormy night, getting ready to give you the benefit of my years in the gaming hobby. And I'm not going to charge you for it. Not going to cost you a penny. Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm seeing things in reverse. Because that's the topic I want to talk about. Pay for play. Yes, it's reared its ugly old head again, and trust me, since I've been doing this since the late 70s, i.e. the role-playing game hobby, this comes up every now and again. It really does. This is nothing new. And I will tell people now what I told them back then. I personally think that if you, as a game master, want to charge people X amount of dollars per session, and they are willing to pay it, okay, fine. That's between you and your group. Now me, do I think this is a good idea? Do I think it's a bad idea? For me, it's a non-starter. I'm not going to charge anybody anything. Although I do appreciate it when, people provide snacks or this, that, and the other, cold drinks. But to me, that's just plain social interaction. Now, when I ran a game at Gen Con, I believe it was 2011, one thing I noticed is that Gen Con, I'd noticed that they had charged it, that they had charged a fee. The convention had, I think it's like $6. And they said, oh yeah, if you want to add some extra on there, go right ahead, whatever. I passed. I really did. It just didn't somehow feel right. And I had a great time, and my players had a great time. And quite frankly, I think they'd forked over enough money for hotel and food and everything else. The point is, it's not my style. Not really. Now, having said that, I would like to add that I do think that it's not a bad idea for conventions to somehow pay their game masters, because these people are employees. Well, they're volunteers. True, but they're still putting in a hell of a lot of time and effort to create games and run them at your convention. They're the entertainers. These are why a lot of people want to show up, because, oh, well, so-and-so is running a game. Yeah. So I believe in that, and it's especially, to me, aggravating in the miniatures games conventions. You travel a couple of 100 miles, say, all of your stuff, all of your scenery, all of your miniatures, you set up the game, you set up the gaming table, and you still have to pay for the privilege of doing all of this. I think in cases like that, yes, you should at least get free admission. I ran a game at Historicon in 2008. I ran one game, World War I, early war, Belgians versus Germans. And you know what? I got in that whole convention for free. That's right, I was, because I showed up, brought all my stuff, and ran a game. I got in for free, and I like that. I like that idea. And I had to pay for everything else, food and lodging and things of that ilk, but still, that was at least a gesture of appreciation. But I think when it comes to the whole, I'm a professional GM, fine, if you think that, like I said, if you want to do that and you could find the people that are willing to pay, charging what, $5 a session, $10 for a 4-hour session per person, I don't know. I do know that there's a lot of time and work and effort that goes into game prep, at least as far as I'm concerned. Not just buying the books, things like printing, printing out handouts, props, things like that. If you, want to do it that way. And once again, we go back to historical miniatures. I ran 2 Saga tournaments this past spring. Saga, for those of you who may not know, is a Viking Age skirmish game. Pretty good, great deal of fun, and I really enjoyed it. But I wound up footing the bill for the prizes, which was fine. Most of them anyway. I had one grand prize that was donated by a game store, adventure game store down in Davies, Florida. Great guys, great store, very supportive. But the rest were all on my own. And trust me, that could run into money. Now, I didn't mind it because I kind of wanted to get Saga launched, but I realized then I'd had enough running 2 tournaments on a Friday and a Saturday and supplying prizes. That's it. I did my thing. I'm out of here. Not that I don't play Saga anymore. I love the game. But I'm just... If I do a tournament next time, yeah, you bet there's going to be an entry fee. For nothing else than to defray the cost of prizes. Now, see, I can understand charging like that. But you get to the charging for your services as a game master. All I got to say is you better be pretty damn good. Because now, in effect, you're stepping up to become a professional entertainer. That's right, a professional entertainer. That's what you're doing. You've become, in effect, a professional storyteller. I don't think that charging people, the GM's charging money to play is either good or evil. It just is. It's a private arrangement that people, I think, you make that arrangement among yourselves, and that's fine. You want to advertise yourself as a professional game master, charging X amount per session? That's fine. You're free to do that. It's a free country, last I looked, or relatively speaking, but it's neither here nor there. Anyway, if you want to do that, go right on ahead. Just as it is my right and my outlook to just go, I don't think so, and pass it by. So to everybody out there who's either, to all the game masters out there, from this old gaming geezer, good luck on however you approach your game mastering, because it's an art. It is an art. It's not, it's an art form. You're an entertainer. That's how I've always looked at it. And by the way, my philosophy has always been, I'm a storyteller. My job is to tell good stories, and if somewhere along the line you have one of my players, or you all have an epiphany of some sort, and realize a cosmic truth, you know what? I'm not going to charge you for it. No. Praise the Lord and pass the Diet Pepsi. That's what I say. And remember, as I bring this to a close, the ultimate thing we're here to do is to play games and have fun. See you next time.